get to riff those tracks. I don't have a good tracks, but riffs I'm missing. Why you always gotta pick Rifftrax? It's your lucky day, it's time for Rifftrax.
Hello, I'm Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. This is the 7th video in my 10 Weeks of Mystery Science and Rifftrax Top 10s project, all leading up to the big Rifftrax Live MST reunion show on June 28th. I figured since last week I featured my top 10 shorts from Rifftrax done by our usual trio, that this week I would cover the top 10 Rifftrax shorts done by Bridget Nelson and Mary Jo Peel. Let's not waste any time and get right into the list. Number 10.
He doesn't embarrass her by asking if this dance is taken, which might imply that she hasn't been asked.
I don't think we need to imply that so much as know it.
Bizarrely produced by Coca-Cola for some reason, this short is about getting ready for and going to the prom. And don't worry, it includes every agonizing detail.
In most places, it's customary for the boy to give the invitation in person or by telephone.
See, just like I said.
Hello?
Yes, I'll go.
The girl thinks ahead, too, with all the excitement and enthusiasm that only a prom can bring.
I think I'll wear a wedding dress to
Dressed gets a
prom.
second look at home, then Dick tells it all to the florist.
And it takes hours.
The boy avoids disappointments, such as color clashes.
What boy's ever been
or
disappointed in a
problems, such as
color
what to
clash?
do with the shoulder corsage.
By the time they actually get to the prom, they explain how you need a very confusing dance counting card thing. And it definitely doesn't do the prom any favors to make it look this needlessly complicated and boring.
The boy fills out the girls' dance program. Of course, he takes the first and last dance, and also writes in 4 others,
That's weird.
leaving 1 dance each for Jack, Tom, Lee, and Ed.
Really, Ed?
The
That
program
surprises
is a
me.
way of keeping dances straight, and also gives the couples a chance to dance with each other.
But with D-Day level logistics to coordinate, they never get around to it.
Now, is the prom a pleasure? I was homeschooled, so I wouldn't know. Nor do I really care.
All through the evening, the dance program has kept track of who's dancing with whom.
Like hell it has.
Oh, it's much more than that.
Number 9.
You can ride along with the happy go spending. Buy it now, young adults of today. Ride with the young adults who are buying 70% of all homes.
And 100% of all kitchen chairs.
Is there a chair
Swing
out
into the orbit of more than...
Sponsored by Red Book Magazine, this short is about young parents moving their families to the suburbs, and how without Red Book Magazine, they would be absolutely incompetent.
We've got to move.
Says the 4-year-old who calls the shots.
While the kids are young, many of the mothers try to stay at home, which isn't always so easy either.
Well, not when you've got a dogfighting ring to run and sell Avon.
Red Book edits for 1 person at a time.
So it'll be a while before we actually publish.
Any magazine written for young adults and matching their busy lives is bound to be lively, full of things to talk about, varied, and warm.
Gross, I'm not touching a warm magazine.
And when they buy a house and have a baby,
They realize they'll never see their artist friends in the city again.
I remember the first time my daughter asked me about God.
I told her I had no idea and she should ask Santa.
It also shows how you can have fun at suburban shopping centers all day long, and even tells the parents to leave their kids to go continue and enjoy their consumerism.
the people who created the suburbs are young adults. And the shopping centers are built in their image.
And it was good.
Since these young adults seem to be able to outlast their children, they stash them away at a neighbor's house and go back to the center for more.
In this case, Potterville Center.
This is the life young adults lead. Summed up recently in a single phrase.
Stash your kids!
I mean, I'm all for capitalism, but that's just weird.
So stash your kids and party. Why don't you stash your kids and party?
Number 8.
Between 14 and 16 years old, social life is a dominant interest.
Avoiding social life was my dominant interest.
Several groups.
Have you ever felt unaccepted? According to this, you can come from a well-to-do family or a dirt poor one and still have friends.
This boy's name is Rod Hunter, an unusually popular adolescent.
Suspiciously popular.
Athlete, he's intelligent, and comes from a family with good income and high social prestige.
And good hair.
Rod, here's Ben, a boy whose background could be described as lower class.
I'm not saying that. It's just what I've heard.
He's intelligent. Susie Summers. She belongs to the clique and has lots of friends.
And is not threatening to anyone.
So why are you being left out? Well, maybe it's all your mother's fault.
Marion, a bunch of teenagers with one of those noisy record players. They'll want something to eat. Really, Marion, it's all I can do to keep the house clean and the family fed without parties for teenagers.
They might walk on our floors or use our hand towels.
Don't mind. It's too much work and worry and money.
Oh, come on.
So that she can make friends, that's all.
I suppose what you mean is
Oh, incoming.
you don't want to up like me.
No?
Truth.
I didn't mean to upset you like this. Have some more coffee.
That will calm you.
Smell like
And as is the norm with these sad educational shorts, we're supposed to figure out the answers for ourselves and never actually get a narrative conclusion.
Marion,
Nobody called.
Marion.
Nobody called. What went on in
What?
the house where they didn't
That's
call?
what I want to
She
see.
felt
I
accepted.
know.
Number 7.
Oh, that is a cute pantsuit.
It really is.
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
Just when you thought unplanned teenage pregnancies couldn't get more depressing. This Canadian short is about Phoebe, a teenage girl struggling to tell her parents and boyfriend that she's going to have a baby.
What's the matter with you?
It sounds pregnant up there. Gall, it's like a teenage girl can't even get pregnant around here without a big hassle.
This is when Igmar Bergman directed after-school specials.
She imagines all the different ways she could tell them and all the possible reactions they could have to this news.
There's something I have to tell you.
This movie doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to have a baby.
And it's Canadian.
I think I'm going to have a baby. You don't mind, do you?
Here?
That's great.
There's a dead rabbit upstairs.
And it certainly doesn't help that her boyfriend is possibly the most annoying Canadian teenager to ever exist.
Is he available for punching?
I know. Just when you think you're a pacifist, this guy.
You know, I wish this guy spent 1/20th of his attention on his personality as he does on his hygiene.
We had joy, we had fun, we had annoyingness in the sun, but
Hello, operator. I would like to speak to God.
his dislikability has range. I will give him that. As a baby.
And can anybody tell me why most of these Canadian shorts have such miserable, unfinished endings?
You know, Mary Jo, I may seem flinty and unfeeling,
Mm-hmm.
but this really got to me. Oh, Phoebe.
Number 6.
I'm going to Mary's party tomorrow, aren't you?
A party? Why, I didn't even... No, I don't like parties. I never have any fun at parties.
Pig's blood gets dumped on my head.
One night, after a girl named Cindy finds out she wasn't invited to her friend's party, her fairy godmother comes to help her.
I'm not just anybody. I'm your fairy godmother. Sure.
She's hardened.
The 9-year-old cynic.
The fairy can only be seen by Cindy and her friend Dennis, and she gives them all the ins and outs of being good party guests. This includes such obvious info as...
Be a good loser.
Or just a loser.
I know. But you can spoil the fun of a party if you try to make it last too long, so that everyone gets tired and bored.
And starts quoting Napoleon Dynamite.
Don't tease or make fun of others. Not even your very best friend.
But it's okay if I shame you. Okay?
And above all,
Suppress your personality.
And from there, the party goes on and on and on.
Really? How long is this party?
Shirley Jackson's The Lottery, the home version.
Oh, God. Not funny, guys. I just had LASIK.
Day 9.
And it ends in the most cliche way possible. It was all just a dream.
wake up, Cindy.
It's time for bed.
Mother, I just dreamed that...
I'm clean. I swear to God, I'm clean.
She just came by to tell you that she was supposed to deliver your invitation to Mary's party 3 days ago, but she forgot.
Isn't she dumb?
Wasn't it nice of her to come by?
Number 5.
All boys report to the gym, please. Boys to the gym.
What?
Oh my God.
Bridget, what?
Oh, you
what's
don't
going-
suppose.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Do you think this is a period piece? Well, you can't make me go.
Yes.
Making me watch this film is sexist.
But sometime between the...
As I mentioned earlier, I was homeschooled and was spared the horror of witnessing one of these. I'd like to sarcastically thank the folks at Rifftrax for making me have to experience one anyway.
Does every girl get cramps during her period?
Only as an excuse to get out of stuff.
Totally. Oh my gosh, Mary Jo, I had this book. I had this exact book, and I forgot it on the bus, and it had my name in it.
Oh, excellent.
How about swimming during your period?
No, don't. You'll attract sharks.
Everybody knows that.
But there's no need to miss out on any of the fun just because you're menstruating.
She's made a billfold out of maxi pads.
Confident for anything.
Hoist it up there. Do it right. These chicks are all in the same cycle, and they're going to tear us apart, Bill.
Now, while I do hate when girls complain about it, this short does put a little too positive of a spin on things.
Once in a while I get a pimple, but that's all.
Oh, Miss Perfect.
Your hair during your period? Like some girls like to get cramps and, like they have a headache or stomachache or something. But I don't get anything. I never get them. I never do now, but I used to.
Well, this is not helpful.
So nobody's getting cramps.
I guess not. I guess it just brought it up
It's
for
up
no
to
reason.
you.
I hardly pay any attention to it anymore.
Oh, shut up. Does she even get one?
Yeah, Miss Perfect again.
I think we're all nice and uncomfortable now, so we're just gonna move on.
I used to dream of being an actress.
And now I'm in menstrual
Rather than dreaming,
films.
whatever your future may be.
Number 4.
Jimmy, did you have to take a bath this time of day? I'm gonna drop a hot water in the sink. I got a stack of dishes here at mile high. I'm gonna be here till midnight. What's the matter with you?
My father worked in profanity the way other artists might work in oils or clay. It was his true form.
Ladies, have you ever wanted your raging husband to get your kitchen renovated? Well then, just leave him alone with the kids in your out-of-date kitchen for a weekend, and you'll get all that you wanted and even more.
It might do him a world of good to be left all alone with Jimmy for 2 or 3 days in your kitchen.
Is this the kitchen? What is with all the rage?
I know. I mean, it's the 50s. It could be the Korean War or WW2.
Yeah, H-bomb. You know, PTS.
STP.
RES. ECT. Is that what I'm thinking of? On the other hand, it is a bad kitchen.
That'll do it.
Hey, Pop! When am I gonna eat?
What's with this ice tray here? There's no ice in it.
Oh, I guess I forgot to fill it.
I forgot to go to school today, too.
You might ask
And when in doubt, rage.
Worked for my dad.
If your husband isn't convinced yet, take him to your best friend's house where they have the perfect kitchen you two could only dream of.
By the way, did you know that this kitchen won an award from the Woman's Home Companion?
Of course it did.
Now, this pipe here, it gives you hot water for the bathroom and for the kitchen sink.
Ah, like a water heater.
Other pipe, this one gives you really hot water for clothes and for dishes to make them really clean.
Oh, so the exact same thing.
What the heck?
Hey, one of the things I love about this refrigerator is that it turns out ice circles and puts them in a bowl for you. All by itself. Continuous ice circles.
Yeah? Really?
What the hell are ice circles?
Taking a chance of staining that. Well, all I want to say is that
my kitchen is awesome!
After living a whole 2 days without you and seeing the pleasure of those with up-to-date appliances, you won't just be getting a new kitchen.
What? They bought a whole new house? I thought they just needed a kitchen.
You know, I think I'm going to have you and Ron come over this weekend, and you and I can shame him into getting you a house.
But we don't need an whole new house. We just need a water heater.
Number 3.
Remembering the anniversary of our engagement, with tickets to a special show he knew I'd been wanting to see.
Gone Girl on Ice.
Married life.
We join a young newlywed woman and hear her flashbacks of her first few months of quite possibly the dorkiest marriage to come out of the 1950s.
Madam, here is thy royal throne.
Oh, theater people.
Royal splendor, while I shall get thee thy royal cup of coffee.
Oh, theater people.
Oh, ick.
Tis creamed and sugared exactly to my taste.
The pair decide to live on the first floor of the husband's mother's house. What could possibly go wrong?
Our housing problem was taken care of.
We lived in our car.
Pete's mother owned a two-family house.
Hi!
She was a widow and lived upstairs, and we were going to live downstairs.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I asked her. She insisted on bringing a fancy cake.
Since you don't know how to bake. Oh, is that what you're wearing? Well, I see you didn't have time to clean. That's all right.
Make a good part.
Well, I can see we're not using the nice table. That's fine. We'll make do.
That's okay.
Well, it was Pete's mother.
Oh,
it wasn't.
Well, it's a surprise to see you up this early.
Or even it turned into a habit to drop into his mother's on his way from work 2 or 3 times a week.
Pete's own mom has got it going on.
But
Mother says hi.
One day, the husband announces they're going to leave town so he can pursue a different job because he can't keep working in the same building as her father, who got him his current job in the first place.
It's time we get away. Do something really decisive about the influence of your parents on our marriage. When I got that promotion in December, you said how grand it was of your dad to help. I mean, praising me to the boss and all.
Hey, Mary Jo, one more time I get caught up in the drama.
I know.
So his mom crashes her parties, bosses her around, and that's okay.
Yep.
But her dad gets him a promotion, and so he wants to move. Do I have that right?
You have got that right,
You to appreciate
Bridget.
mine.
And now she has to be brought to heel, apparently.
Apparently.
Yup, this short definitely represents how marriage is a partnership.
Wherever Pete's job takes us, even back to our hometown, I know we'll work things out together.
Yes, working it out together by doing whatever Pete's employer wants.
What do you think?
Number 2.
Well, I'll just make everybody a nice boysenberry pie.
Another short about not being accepted by the group, though this girl's non-acceptance is almost more warranted. At first, it looks like all the kids unrightfully judge Sarah just because she wants to do her own thing and be studious.
Nobody needed to be asked, but Sarah never came. Right. She's too high hat for that. She wants a special invitation, and if she gets it, it'll be just one more reason for her to think she's better than anybody else.
My God, she's powerful.
Hear nobody, see nobody, talk to nobody. Sarah. No wonder she had any fans.
You know, as soon as this town gets Sarah on track, they can tackle the booming meth problem.
Yes, first things first.
However, we find out Sarah actually does think she's better than everybody else, and doesn't want to go hang out with them even when she's invited.
I know there are lots of people in there that don't study half as hard as I do, and they come off with the A's.
A's.
Last week, I worked just hours and hours on design for the yearbook cover.
And I'm not even in high school.
Bill Tyler handed in just a blotchy sketch. I couldn't see anything to it.
She even flunked the Rorschach test.
Poor thing.
All the kids that get by on apple polishing will be there too, and I don't like them.
All these people you don't like. Aren't they happier than you are?
Oh, come on. What has happiness done for anybody?
He'll get no playing up from me.
Jeez, wait till they take out Cards Against Humanity.
No kidding.
Even when people go out of their way to include her, she still rejects them.
Hey, how about it? You want to dance?
I'd rather not.
Well, you want to sit and talk then?
I'd rather not. Not with you.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you mad.
Good day, milady.
Bye, everyone. I had a great time. I just remembered I'm better than all of you.
Oh, Ron, they're so mean and hateful. They don't understand anybody who isn't one of their gang and doesn't do all the silly things they do.
Only this tree understands me.
So in the end, we're supposed to feel bad for her. Why?
Mary Jo, break into a discussion group. What do you think?
I think Sarah is a snob, Ron is totally hot, and the crowd is justified in judging her.
Interesting. I think Sarah's insecure. There's absolutely nothing Ron can do, and the crowd is justified in judging her.
Can I chime in here, ladies, if you don't mind? I think Sarah is an insecure snob who looks 35. Ron likes her. Ron is totally hot, and the crowd is justified in judging her.
Well, great discussion. Well, thanks for coming to youth group.
At least we all agree that crowds are usually right.
Number 1.
Mary Jo, did you like babysitting?
Well, if you mean watching TV at someone's house and eating my way through the fridge while their children were doing something and getting paid for it, yes, I did, Bridget. You?
I thought it was totally boring. And then I was afraid when I had kids I would feel the same way. But then it turns out I loved them.
I'm really glad it worked out, Bridget.
It was still boring sometimes.
Here we see a group of middle school boys taking a baby care class. Why are there no girls in this class? I have absolutely no idea, but the boys seem to actually learn pretty fast and have a good time with the babies.
You are one pretty baby. One pretty baby.
Looks like Uncle Fester in a onesie, if you ask me.
Open wide. Why?
I'm gluten intolerant.
There you go. If I could just get my mother to have a baby, I could babysit right at home.
That's his business plan? Get his mom to have a baby?
Well, all except for Matt, since the only baby he knows is his stepbrother. And since he wants to have nothing to do with his stepfamily, he wants nothing to do with this class, which he chose.
The way it is now, I wouldn't know how to help her with her baby, even if I wanted to.
Because I'm already a single mother trying to make ends meet. Yeah, your hair is so coarse. It's upsetting me. What conditioner do you use?
Nice of you to join us, Matt.
Sorry.
Hey, kid, if you're going to be a father, get used to sarcasm from women.
He ends up getting some help from his teacher and a friend who's had his own family issues. And what would an educational short be without an extra helping of depression on top?
Hard to figure out, isn't it? Huh? How a father could just go off and miss all of this.
You've tried to figure it out?
I had to.
Your father?
Mm-hmm.
He was a jive turkey.
Doesn't it make
In the end, Matt learns to enjoy the babies as well as his own stepfamily, and graduates the class with all the others. Well, the other 2 kids who actually graduated, apparently.
Last but not least.
What?
Now.
Were there some dropouts?
I guess some of the boys got drafted before graduation.
If I hadn't taken the baby class, I guess I never would have known what my real father was missing.
And I would have gone back to banana seat bikes and watching Welcome Back Cotter and getting lots of presents because he felt guilty.
As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next week for my top 10 in-movie Mystery Science Theater songs. I'll see you guys later.
Time for Rifftrax.